The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Good moo! Oh, you found your moo!
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken
Crazy.
out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bragging gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay. I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so that
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Did your social
sprinkles.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drop retard. Robocock.
That one was for Schizo. Shout out to all of you. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. Before we do that, boys, bring it in. Bring it in. Get unbelievably close. Bring it in right now. Bring it in right now. Bring it in. Come on. We got to go. I'm not even going to look at the chat. We got to hurry up. Listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Yes, you heard that right. Like the stream, man. Figure it out. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. And you're not watching anywhere else because I am still banned on X. Like the stream. Like the stream. Figure it out, man. Figure it out. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? We got a lot of smaller stories today. There's like a ton of small, like intricate stories, but we got some 3 main topics that we're going to talk about today as well. So we got interesting stuff planned. What else? Vogan the back grabber check. Oh my God. Ass grab check. Of course. Still hearing this is my fight after watching Smash JT trying to beat Stellar Blade. Yes. I'm sorry. That one made me laugh. It made me laugh so much I sneezed. Holy shit. JT Smash $200 check? Probably. Yo, Hypno check? What's up? My dog has fleas check? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Glitch animation fail check? Empanadas check? No. Beef patty. Beef patty. Beef patty. I had a beef patty today for the first time in a very, very long time. You can call me Rasta Nautic today. That's my name today. Rasta Nautic today. If you don't call me Rasta Nautic today, I will be spamming this clip.
Stop it. Get some help.
What else are we checking? Rasta Nautic check. Thank you. America check. Very nice. Very nice. Penis grab check. Oh my God. How far did JT get? We won't answer that. Smash JT is still trying to beat Raven. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Spam away Hypnotic. Oh, wow. Make donations fund mods check. Too poor for that. Rastanatic question mark? Yes. Yes. Smash is never going to beat Stellar Blade? Probably. All right, guys, listen, our ESC scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in his chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point but no longer do, and people that blame their lack of HP as to the reason why they died to bosses they could just easily dodge and parry if they knew how to do that. It's true, you know. Hanny, Jeremiah Maxwell, Mr. Melancholy, Mystic Vegeta. What's up, man? Moogle. DV Radget with the hot wings check. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Mr. Melancholy. Carne Asada. Nice. Good for you. Gray the Merchant. Jay Sims. Sir Spamalot. Yamato 85. Hanny. Chaotic Holy. Carl Singh. We got Soul Reaper 2078. Dormant Psych. Melody Johnson. Can we just troll Smash tonight? Maybe. I don't think he's going to be playing the game, though, up until Smashcast, so. Laughing Man. What's up, Laughing Man? How you doing? Low KZ420 over on Rumble. We got Reaper Knight. Romanizer 24. Blue Octopussy. I've been betrayed by Senpai. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Andre, still at work check. Oh, damn. Hope you're having a good day at work, man. We got Stin Rocks. We got Ali Kusanagi. We got Radio Chimp. Calculated Golem. We got Son of Mr. Vengeance. We got, who else is here? Marius. PJ 10. Donkey Honky. The Mayo Monkey. We got Judge, Magister, Gabranth. What's up, dude? We got Old Man Cat saying, fuck your feelings. We got, who else? Lucky. Matthew with the Hero Priest. The Voice in the Water. Oliver Adams says, Aki. Mr. Blue Cthulhu says Blue will not behave at all tonight. God damn it. Cole Morrow. reporting in from Alabama. Michael D, Nick Havoc, Lex Icebox, Ken Clippy, without the Clippy, but instead he has like Lord Farquaad in his profile picture. Beautiful Zexel, Gunnar Damis, King Demon Wing, the absolute legend. Barry Stroud, Adam Juman over on Rumble. We got Delosi over on Rumble. We got Game Wolf 87, Valkyria Winter. We got Democulus over on Rumble. Little Jim's Halo with the garlic wings. Nice. That's a good choice. Nico. What's up, Nico? Sir Spam-A-Lot. Again. Frenchie07. Alice. Lovely. How you doing, Alice? We got Cicaloco. Greetings. We got Carl Singh. We got Adair Soto. We got, who else is here? Obi Dean. What's up, Obi Dean? This female gamer turned into a Clippy. Nice. Captain Killer Guns. All right, 4 more people, boys. 4 more people. And then we got to get on with the show. Jinx Hand. What's up, Jinx Hand? We got Faye. We got Cole Morrow. What's up, Cole Morrow? Eternal Brandon. Cassie didn't protect her booty hole. Never does. I know that is not Lord Farquaad. I know that's Greta Thunberg. That's the entire joke, people. My God. Schizosaurus. It doesn't look like there will be a Smash Cast. If he was smart, he would skip it and do the gaming stream. But you never know. We got Limitless Andre. What's up, man? We got Marine Corps over on Rumble. We got Groove Games. What's up, dude? Raven Rainfall on Rumble saying, fuck YouTube. We got Lionheart. We got Vardamis. We got Clipachu. Hola, mierda. What's up, Clipachu? How you doing? And last but not least, we got Alucard saying he's still playing Arkham Knight. Very nice. I got to get back into those games, man. I really do. I've been telling myself for the longest time I should go back and like get perfect achievements for them. But it's just time, man. Time is the problem. Beautiful Zexel. Low KZ420 on Rumble. 17 Crash. What's up, man? Crash Collins over on Rumble. And Flip Shazam. And Sirloins over on Rumble. And Octwas. And Paul Q. And Jeremy U. Review. All right. And Bud. Shout out to Bud. All right, guys, listen. I called out as many legends as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. And let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, boys. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? We got Soul Reaper saying no Pandussy, no McDuggins, no Collective Shout, Booty Hole protected by the spirit of Stan Lee, United States of Smash combo, Breaker against Una Reverse ×3. 1, 2, 3. Hanny says basic bitch booty hole protection with Cassie's industrial grade goon oil. The next motherfucker down by 6 will get his asshole licked by Sonichu in his cave, cuh. Handy's getting more and more extreme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I thought that was a comment at first. Yes, fun. Yes, creative freedom. No Karens, no NGOs deciding what is allowed, no Una Reverse, defend with somebody else's problem field, to go down ×5, shatter defenses with Omegamon, X antibodies, all delete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No Diddy with fries to go down 9 times. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No censorship, no Western anime, no Sony, no Disney. No Crunchyroll, no Uno, no Math Combo, extra defense shield on to go down ×4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Butthole clench, reverse and go back by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he had enough defenses. I gotta be honest. I think Vardamis, you didn't do any special attack. So considering he had extra defense shield mode on, I think he's okay, which means we're gonna go down. Reaper Knight says to go down. No government censorship. No Jay-Z repent. Booty hole protected. Una Reverse booty hole protected at maximum. And the woke will fear me ×7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Holy shit.
Snooty fucking Mims, man. Snooty Mims over there just being a nice person on Rumble. Just being a nice person on Rumble. Trying to say hi to everybody. Trying to say hail to Low KZ420. And you guys reward his kindness with a massive shot to the face.
What the?
Hit the stream, boy. Poor Snooty, man. Snooty just trying to be nice, man. Just trying to be nice. But you know what? To be fair, Snooty did not protect the booty hole. And that's just how it goes, man. All right, guys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. Sincerely, I'm going to give you guys an option of how you want the stream to go down. We got 3 main topics that we have to go over. The 3 main topics are Roblox using facial age estimation technology combined with ID requirements and all kinds of nonsense going on right now because obviously they're getting felted legally. We also got to talk about Obsidian, how Obsidian apparently is promising its customer base that a corporation is not going to get involved with their anti-corporation game. When I tell you it's a mindfuck, it truly is. We got to go over it. And then last but not least, the last main topic is about Final Fantasy 14. The director has come out and had a bit of an interview that I found to be very interesting. It kind of goes back to how things were many, many years ago during the original days of World of Warcraft, which is the reason why I want to talk about it because, well, I remember those days. Apparently, Yoshi P feels like he has segregated, or I should say split up. I'll say split up. He feels like he split up his customer base to now be between hardcore and casual. And he feels like unless they change up the content hierarchy, that there's no way he's going to be able to satisfy both sides. And it's the age-old conversation of hardcore versus casual that has not gone away for many decades. And it won't go away. It never will go away. Especially if you are a video game trying to make everybody happy, which in turn makes nobody happy. So we're going to talk about that for the 3 main topics of the day. However, I'm going to leave it up to you. Do you guys want me to go over the obscene amount of fast topics that I have? I have a crazy amount of fast topics. Or we can react to the state of play for 007 because I have yet to see that. I have yet to see the 007 30-minute state of play, all that nonsense. Apparently, people were watching it. We can either do fast topics or we could do state of play. You guys let me know what you want in the comments. Until then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to make it a poll so it's a little more fair. I'm going to make it a poll. I know you guys really like the poll that I had up right now, but you're just going to have to deal with it. Sorry. We're going to end that poll. And I'm going to let you guys decide what to do. State of play. Fast topics. I got a lot of fast topics. So, all right, because I'm seeing the chat is split. The chat is completely split. So you guys choose what you want to do. In the meantime, I'm going to go over the #1 segment on YouTube. We're going to skip retard of the day today because I got a funny video I want to show you. Well, actually, before I do that, hey, you guys want to see something hilarious? You guys want to see an absolute felting? Look at what Yamato made. Look at what Yamato made, bro. So as you guys are aware, today is the last day. Okay, today is the last day for Smash JT to beat Stellar Blade. If he does not beat Stellar Blade by the time the clock strikes 12, his time, it's game over. He owes me $200. That's the agreement that we've had, and he knows that. We spoke about it already. So Yamato's already having a field day by making some hilarious imagery that I have to share with you today. I mean, this is just unbelievable.
Holy shit.
This is unbelievable. Yamato says, get felted. This is unbelievable, man. Holy shit. And keep in mind, if I win today's bet, this will be the second bet out of 2 that I have won against Smash JT, with the third being whether or not Expedition 33 will actually win Game of the Year, of which I said no. And he says there's no way it doesn't. So we're gonna return to that bet later in the year when the Game Awards show up. But this picture's hilarious, man. Yamato, this is good stuff. Wait, but there's one more. This one's even better. Look at this. Look at this. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Oh, man. This is great. This is fucking insane. Look at me in the background, bro. Look at me in the background, bro. Look at this. This is perfection. I can't tell whether or not Smash is gooning or he's dying. I can't tell which one it is. I can't. It's probably both, to be honest with you. If it's Raven, it's probably both. But this shit is hilarious, bro. Me in the background is hilarious. I love this shit. This is great. Shout out to shout out to Yamato. This is fantastic, man. All right, boys, like the stream while you guys are voting in the poll. Let's get to the number one segment on YouTube, the number one segment on Rumble and the entire galaxy. We almost lost tier 2 yesterday, by the way. This segment is known all around the world as the pre-stream legend.
Money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
All right. We got ourselves the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. Starting us off, let's make sure it's accurate this time. Hold on, let me check the fan funding tab to make sure StreamYards didn't skip anything. No, they did not. Perfect. Ali Kusanagi starting us off with a 1 membership banger. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you for the membership, my man. I appreciate you very much. You know, the last couple of mega streams that we've had, we've gotten so many memberships that we're getting close to unlocking that 40th emoji. We fell behind a little bit. I think it went from 89 to like 137 or some shit like that. I have no idea. But you know, it's pretty up there. Shout out to you guys, man. King Demon Wing, the absolute legend himself, as always, man. As always, King fucking Demon Wing, dropping the first membership banger of the stream, which you know exactly what that means. Shout out to King Demon Wing. Thank you so much, brother, for the 5 membership banger. I appreciate you. And then we got Mr. Melancholy with a 99-cent super sticker. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy. Thank you for that, man. And then Adair Soto, as always, going crazy with the 1 hypnotic membership every stream. Shout out to Adair Soto. Thank you for that, brother. I appreciate it. Monkey Man 04 with a 5. What does a magic fisherman say when performing a trick? Pick a card, any card. Oh, man. Monkey Man. God damn. Old Man Cad dropping a 5 membership.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Old Man Cad. Thank you so much for the 5 membership banger. I appreciate that, man. Got Ali Kusanagi with a 5, says all hail Rastanatic. Thank you. Thank you. Finally, somebody using my preferred identity. I appreciate that, man. Listen, I had beef patties today for the first time, and I don't even know how fucking long, but all I know is they were amazing, so I will be now known as Rastanatic for the rest of the stream. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you. Bio T-Wolf. 19 with a 5. What do you call a line of men waiting to get haircuts? A barbecue. You know, every day I think it can't get worse, and somehow, some way, it just does. It just does. Like that literally, you know what? 2 drums. 2 drums for that one. Soul Reaper 2078 for 16 months of legendary status. If we aren't supposed to eat ass, then why did God put it between 2 buns? It's like he opened up a bakery and left the back door open. Nice. Old Man Cad with a 2. Check Discord DMs. I did, and that's how I got those pictures. Blue Octopussy with a 5. Did you hear Mary Poppins stop wearing lipstick while going down? Apparently, the super color fragile lipsticks make the dig atrocious. You know, I'm gonna start taking this as like, a racial attack. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, all these dad jokes, I'm gonna consider it to be racism. It works for the lefties. Well, it used to anyway. Maybe it'll work for me. Little Jib's Halo for 1 month. Smash AT makes that noise due to Kata cleaning his backside. That's crazy. Rasta. Why the fuck is there a Rastanatic account already? Why is there a Rastanatic account already? Already? Bro, that's got to be like, is that a record? That's got to be a record. I'm literally speechless. There's a Rastanatic account. What the fuck? And he's got the dreads and everything. Rastanatic with a 2. Hey, man, like my pick. That's crazy, bro. That's like legitimately insane. Holy shit. Paul Q with the 5 membership.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Paul Q. Thank you so much, man, for adding 5 memberships to the stream. I appreciate you. Anybody here from Mr. Rouge? I haven't seen him in a while, man. I hope he's okay. Thank you, Paul Q, for the 5 memberships, brother. Debo with a 5. What did the baseball bat say to the ball? I'll hit you up later. You know, this is just suffering at this point. This is just suffering at this point, man. What the fuck? Gray the Merchant with $1. Morning all. Just finished up my daily round of Heretic Hunting and Rogue Trader. Obsidian going anti-corpo. Huh, neat. Well, in other news, we are having an anti-corpo beads. Sonia's beads. Bead on. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Appreciate it. Oh, shit. Mr. Roo says, I'm always here. Like, all right. I didn't see you type yesterday. Maybe I missed it. I'm glad you're okay, brother. Snooty Mims with a 20. Snooty Mims has dropped a $20.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Anybody here from Jeremy Webb? That's another one I'm looking for. Is Jeremy Webb all right? Snooty Mims with a 20. Hail, Mr. 100K. Watch out for certain trolls on Rumble. Some really odd ones have started to pop up. Hail, my mighty friends in Rumble chat. I mean, we've always had trolls in Rumble. We just banned them right away. That's all. But thank you, Studio Mims, for the $20 banger. Mr. Rouge says, why is my name in white? Oh, shit. Mr. Rouge. Mr. Rouge is white. Oh, snap. When's the last time you've seen that? Mr. Rouge says, YouTube is testing my nerves. Mr. Rouge is white. Damn. It's a perfect time for this sound clip. Hold on. He's white. It's insane. Snooty Mims gifting 1 hypnotic membership over on Rumble. Thank you. Sir Loins with $1. I'm having future baby mama #1 over tonight. Future baby mama #1. #1. Wait, so there's a #2? What the fuck? Trying to figure out if I'm going to order Popeyes or Taco Bell. Popeyes, for sure. Zelosi with $1. I've been spending my time learning OBS. God help us all. OBS is a motherfucker, but once you learn it all, like through and through, and all the crazy shit you could do with it, it's actually pretty amazing. So, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's see. So we got really quick. Yamato with a 5. Whoever called them antidepressants missed out on calling them medications. Setsuna Morningstar for 1 month says, I'm here. Was working on a drawing with Odysseus as Kratos and Telemachus as Atreus. Shout out to Setsuna. Welcome. Welcome. I'm glad that you're good. Nah, bro. What the fuck is this account? What is this account right now? Girthy Banana for $1.99. Someone say chicken? Nah, this is crazy, bro. This is legitimately insanity. Girthy Banana is a whole nother level of like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, man. That's crazy. Shout out to Girthy Banana. I mean, okay, I guess so. That's new. All right, boys, listen, like the stream. We are fully caught up on all pre-stream legends. Thank you guys so much. We are trying to work our way towards 442 tier 1s in a row and 131 tier 2s in a row. So let's see if we get lucky. Maybe we could get it today. We almost lost it yesterday. That would have sucked. Tier 2 anyway, not tier 1. We almost lost tier 2. It was saved right at the last second during the countdown of the Waifu Battle. So shout out to you guys. Sanguine Tales for 4. I give money. Not for Konami, but for Kojima. Makes sense. Makes sense. Bentito with a 4.89. I was just stopping by to apologize to you for potentially misleading you in Metal Gear Solid Delta today. That's okay. It's not a big deal. I appreciate the help regardless. It's all good. Like I said, I was able to beat the boss without the shotgun. That's all that matters, right? I appreciate it, brother. All right, we're fully caught up. Let's get into the content, boys. We're going to start off with a funny video first. I don't know if you guys saw this video that's like going viral on Twitter right now. It's probably an old ass video, but I really don't care because this is damn near hilarious. This is damn near hilarious. Oh shit, hold on. Somnus just dropped a 10 membership mega banger.
走り出そう鳥にさにさすスタート進むから振り向かない明日は絶対もっとシャイニー自分次第深めに合い今すぐスタートボタンを押してみよう私はこんなんじゃないはず
Shout out to Somnus, man. Thank you so much for the 10 membership mega banger. That is fucking awesome, dude. Thank you, brother. That's going to help a lot in trying to get to tier 1 pretty soon. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. What a fucking legend. Nice profile picture, by the way. All right, let's get into the topics, boys. We're going to start off with a funny video. just because I feel like watching it. I don't know if you guys seen this, but this is like, apparently Twitter says it's a $1 million yacht. I don't believe that. I believe it's more than that. It's got to be more than that. A boat of that size has to be more than $1 million. But it didn't even last like a few minutes. I think it's pretty damn hilarious. Oh, copyright. Copyright music. Why does every boat video have the Titanic in it? Why does... And it's gone. Oh, shit. I saw this earlier today. And I'm like, this is actually hilarious. Hopefully nobody got hurt. But it's like, it backs up and then it gets into the water and it's gone. It's gone. How? I don't know. Maybe they forgot to plug it. I don't really know. But it was, look at the guy. He's like, oh, we're fucked. You could tell. You could just tell, bro. That's a brand new yacht. That's a brand new yacht. I know this clip is probably old, but it's hilarious, man. I've never seen this clip. And anytime I see some shit like this, I mean, this is just genuinely funny. Brand new yacht, bro. Completely down the fucking drain. Adios. It's going viral on Twitter. It's pretty hilarious. Was it full of air? I have no idea. They probably forgot to close the plug. I have no idea. Hope it's under warranty? Maybe. Maybe. There was either a crack in the hull or the yacht wasn't balanced weight-wise. Probably. It could be both. Could be both. But regardless, it's still hilarious because, well, it just is. It just is. Next one. You know what I've been into lately? I've been into watching nostalgic commercials. I don't know why. You can call me weird. That's perfectly fine. I've been into watching nostalgic commercials. I follow like some accounts on X that all they do is post nostalgic shit. And I saw this and I was like, damn, bro. Imagine that this was genuinely not that long ago. Right? This was not that long ago. When you start going down memory lane and you realize that the 1990s was not that fucking long ago, it's crazy. So in any case, I saw this commercial and I was like, dude, think about the world that we're in now. Think about the world we're in now. And then look at this commercial and remind yourself how far we've come in just a couple of decades.
Is talking on the phone getting out of hand? Look out! You need phone relief, the ultimate in hands-free phone design. Watch. Simply attach the special double back fastener to any phone. Then attach the phone relief headset. It's that easy.
Oh my God, bro. They had a headset attachment for those old corded phones, bro. Oh my God. Dude, like think about this. We live in a world where you got phones that fit in your pockets now. And these motherfuckers are like, hey, we got a headset for this is the literal start of hands-free communication. That's crazy, bro. This is from 1993. How much money do you think the person made doing this ad way back in the day? How much money do you think? Before it got completely irrelevant. Like how much money do you think they made on this? And they were selling it for a good amount of money, bro. They were selling it for like $15.
Hands-free, pain-free. You'll wonder how you ever lived without it. It's perfect for remotes. Now talk hands-free anywhere, anytime.
Look at that.
Office work is a pain for Mr. Phone in the Neck, but you won't miss a beat with hands-free freedom. A must for the entire office. Work goes quicker and easier. The padded headset removes this easily and is fully adjustable. Best of all, Phone Relief works with your favorite phone. An amazing breakthrough product you'll use every day. Now only $12.95. Call toll-free to order by credit card and make this your last Phone in the Neck call. Is talking.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, for some reason, I'm really into watching like older commercials and just remembering what it was like back then. It's just fucking crazy, bro. It's so crazy to see the things that they came up with to try to do what we do with so much ease now these days. Can you still call that number? I don't know. Try it. It's probably going to go to some grandma. She can be like, stop calling. I didn't want to go viral on Twitter. You know, it's true. You know, it's true, man. You should make a Hypnocast about old commercials one day. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that much. But I do. I love this shit. I love looking at the old time stuff. Anyway, really quick, I got to give a shout out to a fucking legend who's going crazy while I was We got another Anubis going on over here, man. Now it's Old Man Cat. Old Man Cat dropped not only a 10 membership banger to match Somnus, but then he went a little bit further with a 5 membership banger right after that. Holy shit. Shout out to Old Man Cat. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, brother. Fucking legendary, bro. Thank you. All right, let's get to the next fast topic. Now we got some actual like news. Let's go over some news. I can help with that. 189 Hills is where the toys are. Hills is where the toys are. Wow. So this has been going viral on Twitter. Thank you for the 189, brother. This has been going viral on Twitter, where people are trying to say like, oh, G Fuel is shutting down. G Fuel is shutting down. Oh my God. Like the amount of posts of people screaming that G Fuel is shutting down because they wrote a goodbye post. Apparently this is not the case. Apparently G Fuel is trolling everybody. They're not shutting down. What they're doing is they're taking advantage of a rebranding moment, and they're trying to make this like vague post to try to make it seem as if they're shutting down, but apparently they're rebranding. And they're going to be transforming their product completely or somewhat completely. The G Fuel team recently posted a message on social media that had fans of the gaming-aligned energy beverage in a state of shock. Hours ago, G Fuel published an image containing a farewell message that had many believing the end is near for the brand, but digging a little deeper reveals that it's more than likely a rebrand than a shutdown. The viral post could be nothing more than just that, a marketing stunt designed to drive up traffic ahead of the rebrand announcement. G Fuel posted the following message on social media, prompting many to believe the energy brand was facing imminent closure. After years of shaking things up, fueling the grind, and rewriting the rules, it's the end of an era. We've had the honor of being there through the late nights, the big wins, and the impossible comebacks, and the unforgettable moments that made G Fuel more than just energy. It's been an incredible journey, being able to build alongside creators, gamers, streamers, and a community that became family. Every tub cracked, every shaker raised, every memory made. We felt the love every step of the way. So to everyone who's been a part of that, thank you. We love you. Logging out, G Fuel. So obviously people looking at this, they're going to immediately think that the company is, shutting down. But it's very clear they're not. I mean, if you go to their website, if they were shutting down, you would not be able to still buy things. That's number one. I just checked the G Fuel website, and not only can you still complete purchases, but you can arrange pre-orders for upcoming releases. That doesn't sound like a brand about to close down to me. Yeah, I agree. They are very clearly not closing down. All it is a marketing ploy to try to get people talking about the brand, which is exactly what happened. It worked. And now they're going to probably announce some rebrand at some point, or maybe a new flavor. Who knows? They might do some crazy shit. I have no idea. But shutting down, I highly doubt it. Zalosi says, watch it become Pride Fuel. Oh, man. That'll be hilarious, actually. I would be here for that. Xavier with the Golden Sun profile picture, gifting a membership. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Vindictus Prime with $1 on Rumble. Kids today will never know the catharsis of slamming the phone on someone. They also will never know what Willis was talking about. But that's a different story. Facts. 100% facts, man. Next topic. Guys, we officially have. This is like not gaming related, but it kind of is because it's Tomb Raider. Ladies and gentlemen, we officially have the live action Tomb Raider series actress has officially been named. They do not have a cock. They do not have a cock. Just so you're aware. They do not have a dick, so don't worry about that. Sophie Turner has been named as the new Lara Croft. Now, I have no problems with Sophie Turner. I have no problems with how she looks as a woman. However, as a Lara Croft, there's something missing here. Let me perhaps if I bring it up here. Perhaps if I bring it up here, maybe it'll be a little bit easier to understand. There's something missing here. There's like two really big things that are missing here. It actually doesn't even have to be that big, but like two handfuls, of issues miss. Now, of course, people are going to be like, well, why are you just reducing her to just her boobs? Lara Croft is more than just her boobs. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, are we gonna sit here and pretend as if she's like what are we doing? What are we doing? We are very much missing something. Two major things are missing. Exactly. Real life fake wizard. Where's the tits? Where are they, Holmes? They're missing, man. I don't know. They're missing, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Lara Croft has a rack. She sure does. She sure does. Maybe they'll give her fake ones. Or maybe they'll add it with CGI. I don't really know. Maybe they'll do that. It's probably going to look horrible. Who took them? Oh, Gorlock. Gorlock the Destroyer took them. Melanie Mack would be better, bro. Come on. Come on. Adamas. Come on, bro. You don't mean that, bro. You don't mean that. Push up, bro? Bro, what are you going to push up? Her fucking chest cavity? She's got nothing to push. What are we doing? Oh, wow. This is a crazy comment. Wait. Jinx hand. That default character in Dragon Age Veilguard looking. Oh my God, bro. He called Sophie Turner the default Dragon Age fucking. Oh my God. Wow. How hard is it to find a one busty girl? I mean, apparently very difficult. Apparently very difficult. It's a little bit odd to me considering like Hollywood is so fat friendly that it should be fairly easy to find a big girl with some big titties. If you don't want to showcase a skinny girl with big titties because that's too sexual, then just get a fat bitch. Just get a fat girl. Should be easy. Real life fake wizard says she's a redhead though. Too bad she dumped her husband to go back to the streets. Yeah, they usually do. The streets are very hard for women to leave. Big boobs equals bad. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. All right, let's get to the next topic, boys. Fast topic. This is an interesting one. Dreamhaven. Dreamhaven, ladies and gentlemen. They're getting cooked. They're getting cooked. And you know what's crazy? They when I first talked about Dreamhaven and how this game has like nobody playing it, I said, if you remember, during the live stream when we first covered it, I said that they are absolutely going to get layoffs. It's only a matter of time. Like, there's no way that they're not going to get laid off. Tiger King says it's Tomb Raider, not Fridge Raider. Not according to Crystal Dynamics. They will love to make it Fridge Raider. Dreamhaven lays off an undisclosed number of staff. Now, they don't want to obviously tell you for reasons. Because they already know and they admit like there's so many layoffs that have happened in the gaming industry this year. They don't want to give people ammo. That's really what this is. So what we're going to do is read the LinkedIn post. I have the LinkedIn post right here. Give me a second. Hold on. I have the LinkedIn post talking about the layoffs from Mike Morhaime, who is a former Blizzard guy. Keep that in mind. Today, I want to share some difficult news. We made the hard decision to reduce the size of our company with the primary impact on our publishing group. These choices are never easy. They affect talented colleagues who have played a key role in building Dreamhaven's foundation and supporting what has been an eventful year for us. From organizing the Dreamhaven Showcase to helping launch 3 games, every person at Dreamhaven has contributed to sharing our games with the world. I'm deeply grateful for the creativity, dedication, and hard work of the teammates that we are parting ways with. They will truly be missed. We recognize that this comes at a time when far too many in the industry are facing similar challenges. To support our colleagues in their next steps, we provided separation packages and benefits coverage and partnered with Amir Sadvat's games community to connect them with career transition resources and mentorship. You know what's crazy? I said this before and I'll say it again. The gaming industry, the one thing they're good with is ensuring that whoever they fire gets severance packages. Pretty much every single person I've ever seen fired in the gaming industry has gotten some sort of severance package. But that's because these people are massive virtue signalers that they want to pretend as if they care about the people they're firing. They want everybody to think that it was a really hard decision for them. They want to make it seem as if this was the most difficult decision for them to do. They couldn't. They don't like doing it. And since they had to fire them, we're giving them severances. We're doing right by people, blah, 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 whatever. It's all about making themselves look good. That's really what it is. I can't sit here and pretend as if I think they're being genuine about it. Looking ahead, our mission remains unchanged, bringing players together through positive and meaningful experiences. Wildgate, Thunderfoot, Linked, and Mechabellum each reflect that vision, and we are committed to supporting these games and the communities forming around them. To everyone who continues to support us, thank you. While today's news is hard, I remain optimistic about Dreamhaven's future and the experience is still to come. Yeah, this too, bro. The severances are also to buy silence, correct? Correct. They are trying to buy the silence of developers that are getting completely axed from the industry. And here's the beautiful thing. They really want you to believe that they're going to help these people transition to other jobs. I don't know what jobs they're going to help transition. You mean to tell me they fired, listen, between last year and this year, they have fired well over 30,000 jobs. Okay. I think they're up to like almost 40 at this point. Almost 40,000 fucking jobs were fired from the gaming industry in a year and a half. Maybe a little bit more, right? Maybe like a year and 6 months. I'm sorry, a year and 7 months, 8 months. But over almost 40,000 positions were fired. Where the fuck are these people gonna go? They're not just gonna magically rehire those 40,000 positions. That's not gonna happen. Most of these people are not going to get another job. Most of these, at least not in the gaming industry, most of these people are going to have to come to the realization that their job in the gaming industry is just not going to be there anymore, unless somebody else gets fired that is actually going to be replaced. But otherwise, it's not happening. It's just not happening. So everybody keeps saying put the fries in the bag. Yeah, that's different. Like if they get a job outside the gaming industry, that's different. But I'm saying they're trying to sell this idea that these 40,000 people are magically going to get helped in transitioning into another role in the gaming industry. That's not going to happen. Most of these people are not going to get another job in the gaming industry. They're going to have to go elsewhere. What's up, Will? How you doing, brother? Shout out to you, man. Keep making those vids. Destroy it, bro. Destroy it. So yeah, I thought this was pretty ridiculous. Now, obviously, if we go to SteamDB and we go to WildStar, let's see, what the fuck is this? Not WildStar. Is it WildStar? No, I'm retarded. Not WildStar. Jeez, I'm thinking of such an old fucking game. Wildgate. WildStar is the MMO that I used to play. Lols. So if we look at Wildgate, I don't really think there's a community forming on this game, to be honest with you. Let's look at these numbers here. Hold on. So if you look at the numbers, I mean, 733, 806 24-hour peak. So this is basically the number, right? 7,799 2 months ago. Did I just say lols? Yes. Lol. Lol. 7,799 2 months ago. Only 2 months ago. So it lost most of its player base within less than 2 months. Actually, if you want to be factual, from July 23rd to August 21st. To August 21st. That's insane. Guys, that's 1 month. That's 1 month. 1 fucking month. this game died. That's crazy. Almost 90% of its player base gone in a month. Not even technically 28 days or 29 days. That's crazy. Holy shit. Yeah, I think it's safe to say I understand why there are so many layoffs happening at that studio now. I can also understand why he doesn't want to say it now. Makes a lot of sense. Next topic. We got 007 First Light. Now, we are not reacting to the state of play today because you guys chose not to. You want to go over the fast topics, which is fine. It's fine with me. But this is, you know, we were just talking about Metal Gear Solid Delta, and we were just talking about how Metal Gear Solid Delta was charging $200 for their collector's edition, and what you get was so much trash. Now you got 007 First Light, which apparently is going to cost you $300. Did Smash JT pay you a what? No, he said you have to pay me. That's legit what Smash said. Smash said, I saw what Anubis did the other night. You have to do it again. No, I'm just kidding. No, he didn't pay me. He didn't pay me. 007 First Light Collector's Edition would set you back $300. Now, what is going to be in this Collector's Edition, apparently? Well, looks like the image got taken down, so we really can't see. Let's scroll up and see what it says. It'll be available in both physical and collectors. The standard edition of First Light has been priced at $69.99. Bro, what happened to the whole $80 thing? They just, you know what's crazy? They have completely abandoned the $80 fucking mantra, aside from Nintendo. But even Nintendo has abandoned it. Nintendo only fucking charged it for Mario Kart World. That's it. What happened to the $80 thing, my guy? You all of you were saying that market conditions were forcing you to do this. All of you were saying that. You were all saying market conditions has forced you to charge $80. Now you're all like, yeah, by the way, it's $70. Don't remember what we said last time. That's a beautiful thing, man. Xbox Series X and Switch 2. The collector's edition will be priced at $300, and the listings for the PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC versions are already live on Amazon. Really? Interesting. Oh, so they just don't have a picture. For those unaware, 007 First Light is an upcoming single-player action adventure. We already know that. Apparently, people are saying it plays like Hitman, but with a skin of 007. So there's that. There's no details about what's in the game, but what's in the collector's edition. So I have no idea what's in this to be charging $300. People are saying supposedly they offer you the golden gun, but I haven't seen any proof of that. So if anybody has proof of that, please let me know. Expedition 33. We got news on Expedition 33. Guys, we just spoke about Star Wars Outlaws. We just spoke about Star Wars Outlaws being on the Switch 2 and how poorly it performs, supposedly, on the Switch 2. I had somebody who was shilling really hard and that he had to preface his comment by saying he wasn't a shill, which I could already tell, like, okay, I see where this is going. But he's like, the game runs great. It runs at about 30 FPS. I'm like, oh, wow. So now we're 30 FPS is now the bar again. I thought 60 FPS was a bar. I thought these next generation consoles were promising 60 FPS. Didn't like what happened to that? What is it not 30? It's not. I'm sorry. Wait, is it not 60 FPS anymore? Oh, like that 30 FPS? Oh, it's just fine. Oh, I got it. You know what I really love? I love the people who say two things. They cope and they say 30 FPS is just fine when we all know it's not. And then their reasoning for this is they say, well, your eyes can't tell the difference between 60 and 30 anyway. And I got to look these motherfuckers in the eye. And I got to tell them, you may not be able to see the difference between 30 FPS and 60, but I, for fucking sure, can see the difference between 30 and 60. If you want to argue 60 and 120, you could have a little bit of an argument there. Not too many people can see the difference there. I can, but not many people can. But to say you can't see the difference between 30 and 60, you are out of your fucking mind. You're just purposely blind at this point. You're either shilling so hard that you don't want to admit the truth, but you can absolutely see the difference, especially if you're playing something that is fast-paced, right? So if you're playing a racing game or if you're playing an FPS, anything fast-paced, you absolutely can see the difference between 30 and 60. Yeah, I agree. They don't like being told the truth. I get that. I get that. But in any case, yeah, no, 100%. So again, if you want to have the conversation about 60 to 120, not many people can see the difference. I can barely notice a difference, but I do notice a difference. But that's because I've been PC gaming for the longest, so I can see the difference. But 30 to 60, it's night and day. 60 to 120, not as much. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Will the fans Metal Gear Solid Delta at 60 FPS for me is absolutely fine. Actually, so funny fact about Metal Gear Solid Delta. So I was playing Delta today. And in case you guys don't know, Delta is FPS locked at 60 FPS, right? That's the highest you could go. And on my 4090 graphics card with 128 gigs of RAM and an i9 processor, the whole 9 yards, when I'm playing Delta, there are moments when I go like near the lake or if there's a lot of shadows coming through the trees or whatever, there are moments where the game actually feels laggy, which is fucking insane. It's insane. I even said it on the stream. I was like, there's no fucking way this game is lagging right now, bro. Like there's legitimately no way, but it just is. It just is. It was like one of those slow, you know, like when you turn, you get that like slow stutter. It's crazy. Crazy. So yeah, having a 60 FPS lock is definitely better than having a 30 FPS lock, but locking it in general is a motherfucker. Fucking sucks. Old man Cat said to check DMs. All right, let's see. Let's check DMs. He's sending me an IGN article. Okay, let's see. IGN. Okay, so this is about. Hold on. So, First Light Legacy Edition in stores March 27, 2026. Pre-order now. Deluxe Edition DLC pack. You get exclusive skins with the golden gun. You get an in real life golden gun on the frame. On the frame. There you go. You get a steel book, so you actually get the game. Thank God, because I got tired of these collector's editions not giving you the game. It's so fucking stupid that they're not giving you the game. This though, I don't know if it's just. I don't know. You know what? Let me open it up. Maybe this will help you see it a little better. The gun looks really cheap. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just a picture. Maybe it's just a picture, but the gun looks really cheap. It has a certificate of authenticity because, you know, that can't be fucked with. Steel case with magnet and full game. This shit looks really cheap, bro. Hold on. It might be the picture. I don't know, bro. The gun is accurate to the movie. It was a cheap ass prop. I'm sure, but like, just because it was a cheap prop doesn't mean you be cheap when you're charging $300 fucking dollars to people for a collector's edition. I'm just saying. I mean, the concept is cool. The concept is definitely cool, and I appreciate that they're doing the golden gun. Yeah, anything looks better than that Snake model, obviously. Anything looks better than fucking Naked Snake. But this looks a little cheap. I'm not gonna lie to you. It could obviously feel different when you get it in your hands, but as of right now, it looks cheap. You got to be careful ordering this shit, man. People fucking get locked up for this shit depending on where you live. It's crazy, man. That better be 24 karat gold, bro. That shit is 24 karat plastic. Get out of here. That is 24 karat plastic, my guy. Oh, man. This has more value than the Metal Gear collector bundle? Probably. Is that in-game skins? Yeah. So they cut content. They're doing the typical shit. They cut content and they're selling it in DLC packs. 4 exclusive outfits. Gleaming gadget skin pack, 1 new weapon skin, and exclusive skins golden gun in the game. So now they're giving you the golden gun as a DLC in the game. And then you get Obsidian gold suit. Nice. There you go. In all seriousness, since they're giving a certificate of authenticity, actually, do you notice something? Look on the bottom. Can I zoom in? What do you notice? Look what it says. Look what it says. Certificate of authenticity, Amazon MGM Studios. Nice. There you go. There you go. Interesting. I guess we'll see how that turns out. I like the case. I'll say this. I like the Steelbook. I've been a fan of Steelbooks. I've been collecting anime 4K Steelbooks. I like the Steelbook. I think that's cool. I think it's even cooler that it comes with a magnet. Not bad. But I mean, I don't know if this is going to be worth $300. This shit better be legit. There's a secret chamber in the bottom of the stand. Yeah, for what? Is there a Rickroll at the bottom or something? Attention, we are currently 21 cents away from tier 1. Bro, 21 cents? Oh my God. I didn't even realize we were that close. Were we really that close? That's crazy. Shout out to TJ. That is cheap as hell. Amazon makes products for as cheap as possible. Of course. Of course. That's why, like, in the secret compartment, it's going to be a Rickroll. After you read the certificate of authenticity on the back, it says open the bottom. And then when you open the bottom, it's going to play the Rickroll. You're going to see Rick Astley in the bottom. Be like, gotcha, bitch. Thank you for the $300. That's literally what it's going to be. It's so crazy. Gamers dumb as fuck. They would still buy some of this. Oh, do not get it twisted. This is going to sell out. This is absolutely going to sell out. How much you would have bet? I'll check Amazon right now. I'll check Amazon right now, and I'm going to tell you if it's sold out. What is this? First Light Collector's Edition. I should fucking scalp this shit, bro. 007. Is it on Amazon? I don't think I see it on Amazon. I don't see it on Amazon. Let me see. 007 Collector's Edition game for sale. Let's see. Damn, they got this shit on eBay already? These motherfuckers are crazy, bro. They don't wait. They don't wait. I don't see it. I don't see it on Amazon. I guess I gotta check. Oh, maybe they have it on IGN's article. Will IGN be useful like that? Let's see. Wow, they are useful. Let's see. Get it at Amazon. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I clicked the PC one. The PC one is still available for sale. Should I get it? Should I get it and scalp it? Nah, fuck this shit, bro. $300 for this shit? You're out of your mind. You are out of your fucking mind, bro. Absolutely not. I'm gonna let you guys handle that. You guys have fun with that. Get out of here with that. This item will be released March 27, 2026. That's what it says. March 27, 2026. Let's see. Is it available for PS5? Let's see. PS5. Still available for PS5 and Xbox. Let's see. Still available for Xbox. Okay. All right. There you go. There you go. What are you going to do if the gun is plastic? I will literally burn that shit. I will burn that shit. I will just like light it on fire and record it. That's what I would do. Oh, nice, Vardamus. Good shit. I saw what you sent me. Very nice. Very nice, bro. All right, let's get out of this. Let's get out of this. Don't burn plastic. Bad. Oh. Is that like for the environment or something? Next topic, boys. Last one before the main topics. Stellar Blade. Yes. Yes, Stellar Blade. That game. Is Smash playing Stellar Blade or he's not playing it right now? Is he waiting for Smashcast? Let's see. Let's see. Is Smash playing Stellar Blade? Let's see. Smash JT. He is not playing Stellar Blade. What a shame. I think it's over. I think it's over. Stellar Blade sequel has been confirmed as in development. Now, here's the thing. With Stellar Blade sequel, we already knew about this. If you guys remember, we covered the Stellar Blade sequel and how they had a roadmap for content. They had a roadmap for content. And in that roadmap, at the end of the roadmap, it said 2027. I think it was 2027, Stellar Blade 2 release. So this is something we already knew. But those were leaked images of the roadmap. And now we have official confirmation that it is in fact in development now. So, but keep in mind, I want to make something very clear about Stellar Blade. As much as I love the first game, there's something that you guys need to know going ahead, playing the game ahead of time. What you guys need to know is that when Stellar Blade was made, Shift Up was a private company. Now, Shift Up is a public company. So keep that in mind. Shift Up is a public company. And as a public company, they have to have ESG reporters on top of other things as well. So now that Shift Up is a public company, you need to be very careful with this sequel, and we need to keep an eye on it and not be so blinded by Eve's massive titties. Because, again, now I'm not saying they're going to do anything. I'm not saying anything's going to happen. I'm not saying that, they're going to go woke or anything. All I'm saying is that they're a public company now. They have ESG reporters in their company. You just got to be a little careful, okay? You got to be a little bit mindful going into the next game. And we got to look for certain things that might lead to signs of fuckery. You know what I mean? Because at this point, as a public company, anything is possible. When they were a private company, even as a private company, they were bending the knee to Sony, which is not a private company. So now that they're a public company, they got all the money and they got all the investment, and these motherfuckers are rich now. You just got to be a little careful. That's all. So, but hey, besides that, I'm looking forward to Stellar Blade 2, obviously. I think most people would probably be looking forward to Stellar Blade 2. So I can't wait to see what they do. Apparently, they're going to focus more on fleshing out the story, trying to make it a little bit better. I had no problems with the story. I thought the story was pretty good. Had a lot of fun with the game. But I do think there were certain things that they could have did better. Like the parkour and the movements, for example, was really, really floaty. It definitely could have been better. So, yeah, Yamato says they didn't touch Nikkei, so that's something. Well, that's also their gacha game. So, think about that. The amount of money they make from that is astronomical. Okay. The story ended on a cliffhanger. It did, but that doesn't mean it's a bad story. We are fully caught up. Thank you guys so much for the insane support and the fast topics. Let's catch up on Super Chats, and then we're going to get into the 3 main topics of the evening, boys. We got, let's see, Mr. Vegeta with a 2, dank meme of you and Smash tonight. I prefer not. Toxin with a 2, tier 1. Thank you, Toxin. Tier 1, brother. Followed by Old Man Cat and Will the Fans. Shout out to you guys, man. Toxin, Old Man Cat, and Will of the Fans. Thank you. Kyle B with a 2. Did you hear that Sweat JT versus Hypno's bet song yet? No, I did not. Actually, no, that's not true. I think I heard a little bit on Smash's stream the other night. I think I did. Yeah, I did. What am I talking about? I did. I was listening. What's wrong with me? My memory. Vardaman says tier 2. We're not even close. But I thank you for your contribution. Which, by the way, speaking of, guys, over on Rumble, for the legends that are over there on Rumble, just for pure transparency's sake, I want you to realize that Rumble has not paid me yet. I don't think Rumble has paid anybody. They are extremely late this month. This is the first time this has ever happened. Not exactly sure why that is. At first, I thought it was the holiday, and then the holiday came and went. Still nothing. Today, still nothing. Probably tomorrow, still going to be nothing. So something's up. Something's up for sure with Rumble, but yeah, that's how it is. Oh, you're saying you have a meme? It's in there already? Do you have a meme? Oh, I thought you were asking if I wanted a meme made. Oh, my bad. My bad. Hold on. I misunderstood that. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Dank memes. Dank memes. Where are we at? What the fuck? Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. Oh shit. That's exactly what it's gonna be. 12 o'clock on the dot. My money, man. Where is it? Get my money. Oh shit. This is fantastic. I'm gonna leave this up while I read the Rumble rants. But yeah, I just want the Rumble to know that because Rumble is they are not paying the money. So all the money that you guys donated last month has not reached me yet. Usually it does on the 31st of every month, but now we are like 3 to 4 days late now. So something's up. They're never late. So Vindictus Prime with $1, just like gaming. The only good shows and movies I've seen in the past few years are from small production companies. Hold Me from 2016 and Jones Plantation from 2023 come to mind. Never heard of those. The chick who plays female Captain America in Doctor Strange done just cast Tomb Raid. For y'all dumbasses, I'll be expecting my check in the mail. Do it. Adam Jimmy with $1. Check your DM. Send picture. I saw that. I saw what you sent. That's what I pulled up for the IGN thing. Deadeye's Lock with $1 saying Sophie Turner's Lara Croft is like saying Chinny Chin Ramsey can model for Victoria's Secret. To be fair, these days, anybody can model for Victoria's Secret almost. At least that's how it seems anyway. Vindictus Prime with $1. There's only one way they like to help people transition. True. Vindictus Prime with another $1. You know what people used to do if they wanted something representing a character they liked? They make it themselves or they pay someone to make it for them. We should go back to that. We should. Vindictus Prime with $1. You know, Hypno, I'm not a shill for me getting blowjobs, but I think some attractive women should give me some. You got to get on that, man. Vindictus Prime with another $1. The human brain, when fully awake, only operates at 30 hertz. Makes sense? Makes sense? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Look who the cat dragged in. Oh, shit. Deflated banana and all. Deflated banana and all. Damn. My man went from fully up and ready to go to flaccid. He's missing about $198.51. Is the flaccid banana Smash JT admitting defeat? Where's the money, Lebowski? Exactly. Still missing $198.51. I agree. Smash, did you see the pictures from Yamato? They're genuinely amazing. Hold on, I gotta show you. Look at this. Genuinely amazing, bro. Like these are top tier. These are top tier by far. But that's not the best one. The best one, the best one, hold on, is this one. Wait. The best one is this one, bro. Look at me in the background. This is so accurate. This picture is so accurate. Like you're gooning and getting ass kicked by Raven, and I'm over here just in the background, just chilling. This is great. This is really accurate. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie, for sure. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Oh man. All right, we got to get into the main topics of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we crawl our way to tier 2. Shout out to you guys for making it happen. Let's see. Which one we're gonna do first? Let's do Roblox. That's always a good one. Roblox is a good story. Being dominated isn't all that bad. Okay. I didn't need to know that. A goon's death. True. So Roblox is trying to save their image, obviously. Before we get into it, they're trying to save their image. and they're trying to do anything and everything they possibly can to try to do that. And now they're going to be utilizing technology that's going to facially scan pretty much all of its kid users that I guess utilize certain technologies. I don't know if they're going to be requiring facial scans in general. I'm really not sure how this is going to work, to be honest with you. Let's see. Combined with Roblox's existing ID verification and parental consent tools, the added layers of protection will help provide users with access to developmentally appropriate features and content. Yeah, but the thing is, they allow these people, like, let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna read it. I'm gonna read it because I'm very curious to see what's going on here. Yeah, they're gonna be scanning children's faces because there's nothing better than letting Roblox scan your kid's face and store that image somewhere for who knows what to do with. Very interesting. Hey, you know how we're going to protect kids? By making the kids take pictures of themselves. That's going to work like wonders, I'm sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Roblox. Now, Roblox, as you guys may or may not be aware, but I'm sure most of you are, has been handling a certain situation of really bad press when it comes to, I guess you could say, bad behavior of adults with children in their video game. The whole situation that happened with Schlep and the banning of Schlep turned this into a massive political movement where you have all kinds of lawmakers, all kinds of politicians, all kinds of lawyers trying to get involved. Even personalities like Chris Hansen is trying to get involved as well. Everybody's getting involved, trying to essentially go after Roblox. Now, the thing about Roblox is that ever since then, they have been doing damage control. They've been putting out a bunch of videos. They've been putting out a bunch of statements, all talking about how they're doing everything possible for kids and how they report XYZ amount of people to kids every single year in the numbers of 10 to thousands. I think they said around 27,000 reports in just 1 year alone, but no arrests for some reason. But that's neither here nor there. So apparently Roblox is now going to be taking it one step further. And the way they thought that they could protect kids is apparently by making your kid take a picture of themselves so they can store it on their servers and age verify them. This is where Roblox is now trying to go to protect children by using facial age estimation technology, just like they're doing with the UK Online Safety Act, just like they're doing it with all these other censorious acts. They are doing it with Roblox as well, all under the guise of child safety. It's a very interesting thing. So they're forcing it on its users and promise to limit communication between adults and minors unless they know each other in the real world. The new system combined with verified IDs and parental consent. Keep in mind, it says combined, meaning it's not exclusive, meaning you can't just get by scanning your face. You seem like you have to scan your face and provide an ID in order for this to be accessible. But in any case, we'll provide a more accurate measure of a user's age than what's available now. With pressure growing on Roblox to do something about its reputation, as in the recent words of Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrow, a breeding ground for bad people, Roblox Corporation says it's going to expand its use of facial age estimation technology to everyone who uses its built-in communications systems. Roblox said the new age estimation technology, combined with Roblox's existing ID verification and parental consent tools, will provide a more accurate measure of a user's age than simply relying on what someone types in when they create an account. The company also plans on rolling out new systems that will restrict communications between adults and minors unless they know each other in real life. Now, don't you think this is very interesting? Now, I can understand why they're saying, well, if you know each other in real life, it's not a problem. How do you know it's not a problem? How do you know? How do you know that the person who, let's say you have to add them onto like some trusted friends list or something like that in order to talk to an adult as a child? How do you know that a predator didn't somehow convince the child to add them on the whitelist? How do you know that? How do you know they weren't added on in the whitelist for accessible adults? You don't know that. I feel like you should just restrict communications entirely. But I understand why they may say, well, we can't do that because what if parents play with their kids? Well, they're playing in person. Who fucking cares at this point? But anyway, these added layers of protection will help provide users with access to developmentally appropriate features and content. Roblox said in an update, we hope this move sets a standard that other gaming, social media, and communication platforms follow. Bro, oh my God. So not only are you trying to save your image, but you're up here now trying to play moral arbiter, where you're like, hey, look at us. We're doing so good that we hope that other social media platforms do as good as us. Look at us. We're Roblox. We're doing all these amazing things. We hope other people follow in our footsteps. Are you fucking kidding me? And then on top of that, too, they're like, we hope other social media platforms and other platforms in general with communications, we hope they all start scanning people's faces and taking their IDs. So now you're going from moral arbiter to a censorious approved group. Like, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to take the fuck ups that you do and you're trying to take it and pass it off to everyone else. I mean, this is just fucking insane at this point. I am genuinely blown away that they would even try to pretend as if anybody should be following in the footsteps of Roblox. Nobody should be doing that. Roblox should be the last one that you follow in the footsteps of. But in any case, Roblox's facial age estimation works by analyzing a selfie to estimate your age and sort you into a rating group. Apparently, it could determine whether you are under 13 years of age, 13 to 17, basically, or 18 plus, with varying restrictions for each category. This isn't a new technology. The ESRB proposed using facial scanning technology to estimate people's ages in 2023, an idea that the FTC rejected a year later because it was unclear exactly how the technology would work, although it left the possibility open for future adoption. Perhaps with good reason, as the tech has proven somewhat dodgy. People in the UK, for instance, were famously able to get around Discord's age verification system by using Death Stranding's photo mode. Now, keep in mind, the fact that the FTC rejected it and they were able to get around it by implementing it privately to corporations, I think that's fucking insane. I really do. The ESRB tried to make it a blanket thing, but since the ESRB got rejected, they found another way to get what they want, which is basically making all the corporations do it of their own supposed free will. I think that's crazy. I really do. In any case, then if it says still age estimation technology is growing in popularity. Facebook recently made my mom submit a selfie to verify her account, which was a tremendous headache for a woman of a certain age who's not very computer savvy, and her son, and some systems like Microsoft's incoming Xbox age verification have proven tougher to fool. So wait a second. So your mother, who I'm assuming is an older woman because you say she's not tech savvy, and let's be real, she uses Facebook, so she's probably older. You mean to tell me that they still thought she was too young and she had to verify her age? Or like how exactly is that going to work? Right? This is going to be a major problem because what are you going to do with children that look older? What are you going to do with adults that look younger? What are you going to do about that? There are a bunch of women out there that are 25 plus years old that look like they're nowhere near that age. What are you going to do about that? Are they going to be locked behind? Now you're going to force them to give their ID, force them to take a selfie that's not going to pass anyway. So now they got to give their ID and everything else in order to be able to pass. I mean, I don't understand how this is even going to work. There's no way that this is foolproof. This is a Band-Aid system. This is a Band-Aid way for them to garner age verification. And it's a Band-Aid way for all these people to use the same exact program. They're all paying for the same thing. And the companies that are making these age verification softwares are rolling in the fucking dough right now. They are making bank because all of these companies are now buying up these programs in order to utilize them for their corporation. It's possible Roblox will do a better job of it as well. The company has previously claimed growing success with machine learning voice chat moderation systems, although in broad strokes, we are training machines to evaluate and identify us with ever greater levels of precision and accuracy. May not strike everyone as better in the truest sense of the word, but still, Roblox has clearly something to do if it wants to avoid regulatory crackdowns and potential huge civil penalties, which is absolutely coming, by the way. Huge civil penalties is 100% coming for Roblox. It's only a matter of time. It has an absolutely massive audience. One recent weekend apparently saw more concurrent players than all of Steam combined, but it's also facing a growing backlash against a perceived inability to keep young kids away from the worst of the internet. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the funniest part about this entire story to me is that Roblox thinks that they're doing something so good that you should follow in their footsteps. Roblox thinks that for now all of a sudden that they're trying to protect children, now you should follow in their footsteps and be just like Roblox. They could go fuck themselves. Genuinely, they could go fuck themselves. At this point, they're trying to utilize their situation to not only pass the blame off to other people by saying, hey, you guys should do what we're doing, right? They're passing the blame off to other platforms and saying, you need to be like us. Otherwise, you're lacking. But at that point, people need to realize, like, this is not about that. This is about all control. They are trying to control social media and the internet, and this is the hardest we have ever seen them push by far, especially on a global scale. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about all this? What do you think about age verification selfies in Roblox? Do you think it's going to work? Do you think it's not going to work? Do you think Roblox is cooked either way? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Roblox is cooked. Me raid? What? Did we get raided? We didn't get raided, did we? I don't think so. I don't think so. How would they be able to get a picture? I don't even have a camera. Well, if you don't have a camera, I guess you're fucked. I guess you're fucked. Can't play Roblox. It's pretty insane. It really is. Just by me? Oh, that's fine. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you, Glowmite Prince. Thank you so much for the raid, bro. I had to submit a selfie on Spotify to verify my... Wow. Wow. You serious? That's crazy. What the fuck does Spotify even have that should be asking for age verification? What? What? Mean words are bad in music now? That's crazy, bro. Fuck that platform. Unbelievable. All right, let's get into the next topic, boys. We're gonna go through these because I wanna try to end a little bit early tonight so that I can edit my videos earlier, and maybe we could sneak in a Griffcast tonight. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Obsidian Entertainment is going to be releasing their second game of the year. And this game is obviously The Outer Worlds 2. And The Outer Worlds 2 is having a little bit of drama, obviously, because it was initially supposed to be an $80 video game. It was going to lead the way for Xbox in their quest to be like Nintendo and charge you $80 for their video games. And they got felted so bad by the lack of pre-orders that they had to run back to the corner and say, oh, we're sorry, we're only going to charge $70. Now, the funny thing about Obsidian is that obviously when it comes to The Outer Worlds 2, we have seen from their trailers that is very much an anti-capitalist, or I should say anti-corporation kind of video game and company overall. You know, Obsidian has this kind of ideology that is pretty apparent that anybody could see from a mile away. But the hilarious thing about all this is apparently people were asking them, is the actual corporation Microsoft going to be influencing The Outer Worlds 2? And they've had to come out and tell their players, no, that's not going to happen. We are not going to let the corporation influence our game about anti-corporation. Or whatever the hell they're talking. It gets confusing after a while. So Obsidian promises no dictates from its capitalist Microsoft overlords while making The Outer Worlds 2. But yes, the developers appreciate the irony. It'd be ridiculous to say that we don't notice that. Now, I do think it's funny that it's the biggest corporations that will virtue signal and say corporations are bad. It's the biggest companies that will virtue signal and say capitalism is bad, right? All of these activists are screaming anti-capitalism, anti-corporation, and they work for some of the biggest corporations in the world. Microsoft is literally the richest company in the world. And they're trying to pretend to be activists and claim to be, you know, anti-corporate, anti-all this shit. I think it's really genuinely hilarious. Anyway, so The Outer Worlds, Obsidian's more anti-corporate than anti-capitalist RPG, is set for a sequel. To hear our own Ted Litchfield tell it, that sequel might even be quite good. But there's an irony here, isn't there? The Outer Worlds 1 was conceived of in a whole other era before Obsidian was snapped up by Microsoft, though it did eventually release after the studio was bought. The Outer Worlds 2, in all its anti-the-man glory, is presented by Microsoft from root to stem, which is a bit incongruous. You don't get much more megacorp than Microsoft, with its multi-trillion-dollar market cap, brutal layoffs, and clamping down on protests on its own campus. But Obsidian is, at the very least, self-aware about it and said it'll be ridiculous to say that we don't notice that. Game director Brandon Adler tells Games Radar, "We obviously do. We think it's funny, and we kind of play into it." Obsidian apparently promises that its corporate overlord isn't interfering with its message. Oh boy, here we go again. So when Avowed came out, the art director had to open up his big mouth and talk about the message, right? Whatever the fuck that was, like the message of the game, which and how he couldn't wait to get Elon Musk angry over what the default characters were, right? Because the whole pronoun thing happened. People found out about it from the character selection screen, and he just couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to piss people off. Well, apparently now with the Outer Worlds 2, they're trying to confirm with you, don't worry, the corporation Microsoft is not going to interfere with the message that this game is going to have. The people we work with really love the game, so so no dictates or anything like that, noted Leonard Boyarsky, the game's creative director and OG Fallout dev, by the by. You even see it sometimes in our trailers and things like that, says Adler. We poke fun at that. We get a little wink and nod. We realize that whole situation, but we still have a message that we're trying to tell. Regardless of who's funding it, we're still trying to tell that same message. Why are you trying to tell an anti-corporation message when you are a corporation? Does anybody have an answer for me? Like, why are you trying to tell an anti-corporation message when you are in fact a massive corporation? And then people are going to be like, well, I have no choice where I live. I live in a capitalistic society, so I have to do this. No, you can move. You can move pretty easily. You can move fairly easily, to be honest with you. Go get up and go. Take your money and go. Go live somewhere that is very much everything you want it to be. But the truth is that they don't want that, right? They don't want that. They want to be able to talk about how things could be better while living in a situation where things they know are better. It's a comfort feature that they're able to have in a society like this that allows them to speak about this stuff without having any backlash or anybody telling them it's illegal. That's really what it is. They don't even realize how good they have it, or they realize they do have it good and they're trying to maintain it while looking like they actually care, which we all know they don't, right? They don't actually care about any of this. So anyway, frankly, I believe every word of it for two reasons. The first, naturally, is the Situationist International's concept of recuperation, the means by which Borges society takes hold of anti-Borges art and twists, contours, commodifies it into something marketable. Criticism of capitalism becomes, by perverse mechanisms, a means by which to uphold it. You might remember this being gestured at in Disco Elysium, the line from Joyce Messier that capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Anyway, reason two, I'm not sure the Outer Worlds, or at least the Outer Worlds 1, ever really had much of a message in the first place. Its hyper-corporate setting was a mime for comedy rather than critique. You could combine both, sure, but there wasn't a huge amount of it. And I agree. Obviously, every game is going to have some story that is trying to tell, but I don't feel like the first game was so overtly in your face about being anti-corporation or anti-capitalist. I don't feel like that was happening at all. So the fact that they're trying to say that the Outer Worlds 2 will absolutely have a message this time around, and they're going to make sure you hear it, I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit worrisome. Then he says, honestly, that's fine. Of course it's fine for the gaming journalists. They love shit like this. I actually thought that the game was perfectly solid, but it had the misfortune of launching at a time when the old contradictions of society were sharpening. And a lot of people were looking for something more seriously critical to sink their teeth into. They didn't get it with Outer Worlds 1. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say that if you are excited for Outer Worlds 2, I would probably just be a little bit hesitant. You can play the games you want to play. It's perfectly fine. I'll never tell you what to play and what not to play. And at this point, I'm obviously still going to review this game. People are going to want me to. But I really am a little bit, I don't want to say sad, but I should say that I kind of all saw this coming, right? If you watch the trailer for Outer Worlds 2, it was pretty damn obvious what they were going to do with this game, right? Even for the lady who's on the screen, the big head lady on the screen, talking about capitalist society and all this nonsense, you can kind of tell where this was going to go and how anti-corporation and anti-capitalist the game actually was going to be. So I really don't think this is very shocking. It's just hearing the confirmation is unfortunate for the people who might be looking forward to this game, or maybe they don't care. Maybe their ideology tells them that this is what it is, and they're excited for it regardless because they want to stick it to the man. They want to stick it to capitalism by buying a $69.99 game in a capitalistic society. Take that, capitalism. Maybe that's what they want to do. But in any case, you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this situation overall? What do you think about Outer Worlds 2? Are you looking forward to it? Do you not care? Whatever it may be, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. That's how you beat capitalism, guys. That's how you beat capitalism, guys. You beat capitalism by buying a $70 game in a capitalistic society, and you tell that big corporation, suck it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You know what's crazy? I'm playing Metal Gear Solid Delta right now, and revisiting the story of Snake Eater has reminded me what it's really like to see a video game with a real world political message interwoven into a fantastic story that grips you from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? Like, to see the difference in skill level between writers is honestly unbelievable. It's unbelievable to see how they interwove the Cuban Missile Crisis and even bringing in JFK and everything. They interwove all that shit and turned it into an amazing story with some fantastical fucking people. Like, we're talking otherworldly people. They still interwove it all together. That is how you tell a real world political influence story. But what we get today, it's not even close to that. It's not even close to that, sadly. So that's a difference in skill level, man. It's just what it is. T-Jab says we're 189.97 away from tier 2. This is all. Thank you, T-Jab. We are getting felted, but that's okay. I have faith, man. I have faith. We got Rumble Rants really quick. Vindictus Prime. Would a dollar smash is going to pretend he tops from the bottom now? Probably. Deadeye's Lock. For a dollar, Sophie Turner for Lara Croft is such a good choice for women who can't keep a husband or child. You said it, not me. Golden Apples for 5 months with the Mr. Rouge emojis in the 5 months. That's insane. Shout out to Golden Apples dropping the Mr. Rouge emojis in the member chats. That's crazy. I'm sure he's gonna like that. Shout out to Mr. Rouge, man. Yeah, at least Kojima managed to get a good story from Metal Gear Solid. It still resonates to this day. Exactly. Did you see the message at the start of Metal? I did. And they were like, oh yeah, the what do they say? It's like a trigger warning. They're like, oh, the message of this game doesn't follow our standards for today, but we decided to keep it and preserve it because, you know, we care about preservation. No, you don't, motherfuckers. You care about making money. You care about making money. And you know, if you fuck with Kojima's game, people are not going to buy that shit. You know, if you change anything in the game, character-wise, race swap, or whatever other dumb shit, you know people aren't going to buy the game. So you preserve it in the most you possibly can so that you can make the most amount of money. And then you're like, oh, but we totally don't believe in that today. But you make money off of it. So you don't support the ideology. You don't agree with the ideology, but you love making money off of the ideology. That's interesting. That's really interesting how that works out. Happens every time. Vindictus Prime with $1. Maybe I'll let you read my books one day, Hypno. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate that. Exactly. It's like typical bad past bad stuff. Yeah, all the past bad stuff that they don't want you to learn from. They don't ever want you to learn from. They just want you to think it's problematic. This is why people repeat history, because they don't learn from it. All right, let's get to the last topic, boys. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy 14 as we are on our way, hopefully, to Tier 2. We're working our way there. The closer we could get before the Waifu Battle, the better chance we have at actually hitting it during the Waifu Battle if we're not going to hit it before. Let's talk about Final Fantasy 14. Now, this is an interesting topic for me because I'm a longtime MMO player. I've made that very clear to a lot of people for many years. I've been playing MMORPGs for way too long. Okay. Way too long. So this one hits a little bit more home because it's amazing when we talk about learning from history. It's amazing to see history repeat itself, which is exactly what's happening here because Yoshi P is in the same boat that World of Warcraft, the legacy version of it, World of Warcraft Vanilla WoW, was in this same boat decades ago, right? Vanilla WoW was in the same boat decades ago. EverQuest was in the same boat decades ago. The casual versus hardcore conversation continues to come up even decades later. It's actually fucking amazing that this continues to happen. Adair Soto with 15 months. I know what you mean. Hypnotic, to put a good political video game, you let the game speak for itself, just like movies as well, and get people interested. Exactly. 100%. Shout out to you, bro, by the way, for 15 months. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Thank you. 11 was so good. It sure was. Sure was. All right, let me drink some water, then we're going to get into it. This is like a trip down memory lane for me. 14 ended with Endwalker. I agree. Endwalker was a fantastic expansion. True, like pretty good ending to the story. Although I don't like that they pulled a Final Fantasy 9 at the very end, but you know what? Whatever. It was still a really good like overall story arc. And now whatever the fuck they're doing with Dawn Trail, bro, fuck that shit. I'm over it. All right, let's do this, man. Oh wait, hold on. Archangelus. I like Final Fantasy 14, but when they wrote out that statement saying they will sue their customers for criticizing them, that made me didn't want to come back. They had broken that trust. I remember that. I remember that. I remember when they threatened to sue people for being critical of them. It's crazy. But in any case, that was Square Enix being a little bitch. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy 14 again. And the reason why we're talking about Final Fantasy 14 is because the director, Yoshi P, just recently had an interview where there was a question that was asked that I find to be extremely interesting. The reason why is because this question has been getting asked for decades now at this point. I remember a time when playing World of Warcraft Vanilla WoW where the conversation of casual versus hardcore was damn near almost every single forum post on the Blizzard website. That's literally like every single forum post was about casual versus hardcore. The game is too hardcore. Casuals don't have time to do anything. It's unfair. Hardcore gets all the best gear, etc., etc., etc. PvP is unfair. Everything's unfair. And then what ended up happening? The game got casualized. Over the years. Slowly but surely, they made things easier and easier. They started adding Dungeon Finder. They started adding the ability to make things to be, just soloable at that point. They kept doing this over and over until the game eventually lost its identity. And now you have a World of Warcraft that is not even remotely close to what it was in the beginning. Final Fantasy 14 seems to be going down that similar route. And as always, history repeats itself because nobody wants to learn from it. Final Fantasy 14 director Yoshi P apparently says that the game needs a major change in content hierarchy. He says the game's content has become split into hardcore and casual groups, and he wants to bring it all together. Now, listen, man, I'm gonna hit you right in between the eyes, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is. The moment you try to make a video game for everybody, you're going to make a video game for nobody. That's just how it goes. I can respect it. I can appreciate you wanting to bring all the players together, but casual and hardcore are split for a reason. The reason why they're split is because they do not meld together, right? Somebody is always going to feel slighted by the other. So if you make the content easier in order to accommodate the casual, but it's the same content that the hardcore gets, they're going to feel unsatisfied. They're going to feel like the game is too easy. They're going to feel like they're nerfing the game to make the casuals happy. If you end up making the game very difficult to appease the hardcore players and make them get that sense of accomplishment and reward them for it, well, then the casual players are going to complain the game's too hard. They're going to complain that the game takes too much time, which is really what the biggest argument was for them way back in the day. So you cannot make everybody happy in this situation, to be honest with you. I can respect that you want to, but I don't think you're going to. But in any case, let's read what his words are. Speaking to JP Games, Yoshida said that in recent times, he felt the game needs a notable shakeup in the way new content is presented to the player because not all players are engaging with each new wave of content. This I could probably agree with, right? But the simple truth is that I used to be pretty hardcore in Final Fantasy 14. I am no longer hardcore at all. I just don't have the time. When I log in, I buy like whatever the crafted gear is that is pretty decent for its level. And then I pentameld it. I put 5 melds in each piece of gear. And I'm doing DPS on par with some raiders because a lot of them suck at the game. And my monk just destroys shit. But regardless, it doesn't matter. I really don't feel the need to raid aside from experiencing the bosses. But again, I've accepted that I'm not going to be a hardcore player anymore. I've accepted that I don't have the time to go find a link shell or a free company in this scenario and basically try to, find somebody who can raid at my times. I stream every fucking day. It's literally impossible. But in any case, this is always going to be split. It's always going to be split. And I can appreciate that he wants to make the content spread out in a way that each new player can experience things at their own pace. But that's going to piss off the hardcore people who like logging in and farming their points and buying their gear at 400 points a week with a lockout. They like that stuff. And it's going to be very hard to appease everybody. I think there needs to be a restructure about how we approach the content hierarchy in game design, because content hierarchy is a part of the game design. I started to feel recently, particularly, that the way that things are structured in Final Fantasy XIV no longer matches the player's preferences. And this is something that I started to feel after we entered this year. And so I felt that now we are at a time where we need to incorporate a major change in the content hierarchy and also the game's design. And this is limited to not just expansions, but to the overall development of Final Fantasy XIV. You know what I will say? What I will say is that they are so predictable with the content. And I think that is what really hurts them the most, right? With Final Fantasy XIV, there is no, and I mean seriously, no variation in how content is approached in the game. In the sense that every single game with the expansion comes out, you have the initial content, you have the 5 or 6 areas that you have to explore. You have to unlock flying for every single area. Do your main story quest. After you do your main story quest, you get all the dungeon unlocks, and then you run the dungeons. And then every patch after that follows the same trajectory. They do hard mode dungeons. Then they do extreme primals, right? And then every other patch. So it's one patch is going to be a 24-man raid, phase 1. The next patch is going to be a hard mode for a certain raid, for a certain 8-man raid. And then the next patch after that is going to be the second phase of whatever the 24-man raid is. And then the next patch after that is going to be the hard mode of whatever the second phase of the actual 8-man raid is. It's all predictable. And then every single one, like every other patch, they release a new set of crafted gear to catch people up. It's the same fucking thing over and over and over again. There is literally no variety in how the end game is performed. It's the same. It's been the same thing for I don't even know how long now that system has been in place. So they've been playing it safe for a long, long time when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV. There's been little to no variation. So if what he's talking about is shaking up that level of, I guess, complacency, then that's fine. I feel like that is a good thing, and we could probably make that happen. But if you're trying to do this to make both sides happy, I don't think that's going to happen. But he says that he added, when we look at the content hierarchy, we feel that it has worked well as it has up until now. It has been employed right back from the time of A Realm Reborn until patch 7.2, and it has always worked well until now. Exactly. This has been going on for a long time. But now I feel like we need to advance more, change the content hierarchy, but also change the design itself within said hierarchy. It has worked well in the past 12 years, but now we feel from our perspective it needs change, and we are excited about the change and the prospects of changing it for the future of the game. When asked to elaborate on this, Yoshida explained that from a developer's viewpoint, the game's content is divided into hardcore, midcore, and casual. There's no midcore, bro. Either you're casual or you're hardcore. And in the 12 years the game's been active, the team has been aiming new content at these groups of players. However, he says the problem with this has become that with each new content drop, only certain elements are interesting to each group. Whereas in the future, the plan is to make sure that all the new content released will be use of all players, regardless of their level or experience in the game. So he's right on this, right? Here's the thing, and this might be a little confusing for people who don't play Final Fantasy XIV. There are 24-man raids in Final Fantasy XIV, and then there are 8-man raids in Final Fantasy XIV. The 24-man raids is the easier content. That is considered the casual content. Those 24-man raids were developed so that it could give casual players a means of, I guess, experiencing really cool epic boss battles in Final Fantasy. The raid will usually have a story attached to it, and you follow through to 3 different phases of the raid normally, and that's what it is. 8-man raids are the actual hardcore raids. Those are the ones that are a lot more difficult. You have the starting versions of it, and then you have the savage versions of it, or whatever the hell they call it now. And that is meant for the hardcore players. So they did that because they felt like casual players were not really going to be able to dedicate themselves to a certain time to raid every day or to raid a certain day. So they allowed 24-mans to be puggable, even though they're bigger. And the 8-man raids, they made that into a more dedicated group, and they made the number small so that it's easier to get a dedicated group. All of this together with the understanding that when a 24-man raid comes out, chances of the hardcore players doing it, they're not really going to do it unless they're bored, right? Because the gear that they have from the actual real raids, it's better than the 24-man raid. But when the real raids come out, the casuals, they're not going to do it. They're just going to do the hard mode dungeons. They're going to farm their points every week. You could get raid level gear every week if you farm 400 points a week. And then you spend XYZ amount of points per week to get one piece of gear every week, or maybe every 2 weeks, depending on how expensive it is. And you gear up that way, but they're not going to do the raid normally. So I can understand that he wants to make it so that everybody participates in the content every patch, because that's not how it's happening right now. But I think what's going to happen, truth be told, is this is going to fuck up something that people have been used to for a long time. A long, long time. People have been doing this since A Realm Reborn. The content has been this way since A Realm Reborn, and they are going to be changing something that's been around for 12 years. There is no way that this is going to most likely end well. But you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this situation? Do you think that this shakeup, even though we don't have a lot of information, do you think if they shake it up, do you think people are going to be happier with it, or do you think people are going to most likely be more upset with it? Whatever it may be, leave your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Felt good talking about Final Fantasy 14 that way, man. God damn, I played that game for so long. Way too long. Way too long. There are 3 groups: hardcore, casual, and role players. We don't talk about the role players. We don't talk about them. The role players are actually melting down ever since they lost access to that mod. I actually can't believe that they're melting down that hard. It's insane. It's insane. All right, let's catch up on Super Chats, and then we're going to get into the Waifu Battle. Let's do it, boys. Rumble, where we at? Benedictus Prime, I'm just kidding. Here, go to Amazon. Don't share it with those dirty YouTube people, though. Lol. I'm currently working on a minor revision for book 1, but doesn't affect story. Thank you, Benedictus. I appreciate that link. Zelosi with $1. I'm going to say this. 14's issue came from a lack of innovation, reduction of complexity, and the removal of uniqueness. Hardcore is no longer difficult, while the casual doesn't have enough content. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I would say that you're probably spot on with that. You're probably spot on with that. Then we got Anubis Hades with a 2. Twat waffle with whipped cream. That is all. Balls. Bro, how you going to yell at me for saying lols, but then you're over here saying balls, and you call me gay? That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. This man's got no shame. Shout out to you, Anubis. Thank you so much, bro. Mr. Rouge. Mr. Rouge trying to help us get to tier 2. Mr. Rouge became a Bigot Army Sergeant. Shout out to Mr. Rouge. He is no longer white. He is no longer white. He is green. Thank you, Mr. Rouge. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for becoming a Bigot Army Sergeant. What a legend. Somnus for 4 months. Someone got to revive Ran online. You know what game I wish was revived just because I could play it more thoroughly than I did when it first came out? Because admittedly, when it first came out, the laptop that I was using was so trash that it couldn't really run the game. And so I couldn't play it even though I really wanted to. And that was The Matrix Online. Yep. I know that game was probably hot garbage, but I don't give a fuck. I really wanted to play The Matrix Online, and my computer at the time, ages ago, could never handle it. I wish I could go back and experience it. I really do. Yeah, The Matrix Online. Remember that shit? God, that game is old. I remember, bro, just randomly picking that up in a store. That game came back low-key. I know there's private servers or something like that for it, apparently. I know people are trying to, revive the game and shit, but still. Jason Alator with a 5. Mid-core players were hated by both casual and hardcore players, as both groups called us both casual hardcore, so the mid-core players left first. Yeah, I mean, listen, when it's funny. Extremist ideology is hilarious because it does affect everything. Like everything, you're always going to have extremists on either side. That's just how it goes. And gaming is no different, right? So casual is the extreme on one side, hardcore is the extreme on the other. If you're in the middle, don't even bother speaking, because they would demand that you pick a side. It was crazy. The forums for World of Warcraft back in like 2000, what was it? What the fuck was it? 2000, like the mid 2000s. Back in the mid 2000s, bro, it was a war zone, an absolute war zone. People would throw around the term no life more than they throw around the word grifter now. You think the word grifter, racist, transphobe gets thrown around a lot now? Imagine being around back in the day where the word fucking what no life was getting spammed like crazy. They'd be like, "Oh, you just want to be a no lifer? Look at you, no lifer." It's like, bro, shut up. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Mr. Rouge, it's all fixed, brother. It's all fixed. You are good to go, bro. YouTube is messed up. I know it is, but it's all good. Will your membership reset? I have no idea, bro. Hopefully not. But right now you're fine. You never heard that one? You never heard of No Lifer? Really? Dude, that was like No Lifer was nonstop and try hard. Yep. Especially if you were good at PvP. Oh my god, if you were good at PvP, it was over. It was fucking over, bro. That's all I did was PvP back in the day. Literally all I did. And it was so bad because I had such good gear back in vanilla WoW. Gear was everything. Gear was everything, right? So back in vanilla WoW, I had all the best raid gear, and I was a mage, and I was cheesing the fuck out of people, bro. If I wanted to piss people off, anybody who's played World of Warcraft, I'm about to mention a build that everybody should know right now. Okay? You guys ready for this? Presence of Mind, Pyroblast, Trinket Macro. Come on, bro. Who remembers that? I'm proving that with that combination, I am literally proving that I played this game long ago. Bro, Presence of Mind, Pyroblast, Trinket Macro. That shit was fucked up. Instant one shot. But then I eventually switched to Frost Mage because it was amazing in PvP. I switched to Frost Mage because it was so good in PvP. But if I wanted to piss someone off, if I just wanted to run to them and one-shot them, I would do that build. I would switch to that build so fast, and I would fucking nuke their face off, and then I would walk away. I would go to Tauren Mill. And just completely fuck with people trying to level there. And then they would get on their mains, and I would fuck up their mains too. I would start wars in Tauren Mill. I swear to God. It was amazing. It was amazing. What the fuck? Holy shit. Testing? What do you mean testing? What do you mean testing, bro? This is beyond testing. What are you doing? Mr. Rouge. Mr. fucking Rouge. Holy shit, that is beyond testing. You were testing when you joined, not when you hit a 50. God damn. Shout out to Mr. Rouge, man. This guy's like, I had to make sure everything stays the same. Let me just drop a 50 banger really quick. Bro, like, he's so casual. He's so casual about dropping a 50 banger. It's because of those 50 bangers that him, fucking Anubis, Vardamus, everybody, Old Man Cad. That day, you guys were going crazy, man. That's how we got so many fucking members. It's nuts. Shout out to Mr. fucking Rouge, man. Thank you again. I appreciate it for the 50 memberships. That is legendary. You didn't have to, but you did. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Null Experience with a 2. Tell them about the term poop socking. Poop socking? The fuck? Girthy Banana with a $4.99. How do you tell the difference between a male and female snowman? Snowballs. Wow. Anubis says, shut the fuck up, wipes in the roof. That's hilarious. Oh man. Shout out to Anubis, bro. Mr. Rouge says, as I said yesterday, leaving for a while, but I can't leave without saying hi. Hey, Mr. Rouge, if you're leaving, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for all your support. As always. Seriously, I appreciate you. That is fucking legendary. Wow. That's like, I appreciate you, man. We'll be here when you return. We will be here when you return. Baker Miles says, Hypno, you lost me as a viewer because on Monday and Wednesday, because Vara has a show with RK Outpost on Monday and Wicked Virtue on Wednesday. Both show better than you and not sorry. Nice. You mean that? You mean that? Do you mean that? Do you promise that you won't be here on Monday and Wednesday? Do you promise that? Do you promise Baker Miles that you won't be here on Monday and Wednesday? That's if you're still in the chat. That's if you're still in the chat. I don't think he's in the chat. Is he in the chat? Do you promise? He's simping on Mondays and Wednesdays. He's probably simping for Ryan, to be honest with you. Yes, but the other days I will be every day. He says. Where's that comment? But the other days I will be every day. Why would you be here if their shows are better? Why not just convince him to go stream every day? Wait, weren't they streaming today? Wasn't Varadark and Wicked streaming today? Isn't that the case? Or did they stop streaming and then you had to go run off or something like that? You still want to watch me? Are you sure? Because I was like 5 seconds away from making your life a lot easier and making it so that you didn't have to choose. Yup, and he's still here? Oh, damn. Guess they're not as good as you say, huh? Who fucking cares? That's what I'm saying. No, I still want to watch you. You sure? I can make it really easy. I can make the decision really easy. You sure? I could give you Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday and Sunday too. Angel of Destiny, why would Vara do a stream with Ryan of all people? Never would have guessed that matchup. Because it's all about an inner circle, boys. It's all about an inner circle. You got to stream with the people who are as relevant as you. He just can't quit you. He's got the hypnotic thirsty. I'm just saying. All right. I want to watch you. Thank you, Ron DFK. I appreciate that. Swing that band hammer. No. I'm not going to swing it. I'm not going to swing it. He doesn't want that smoke. Yeah, no, I'm not going to swing it. But just realize that I can make it really easy. You don't ever have to decide. Girthy Banana says, I'm paying for his band. That's crazy. Why do people need to announce these things? People are free to do what they want. That's what I'm saying. Ironically, I actually looked and I saw that they were streaming. Shout out to Very Dark. That's awesome. Shout out to Vera Dark and Wicked. That's great that they're partnering together. I think they had about almost 400 concurrent viewers. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good for them. Good for them. Good for them. Two pretty girls on stream and little old me with cat girl ears and a avatar. And I was streaming to like almost 500 concurrent with less subscribers. I mean, hey, listen. Everybody has a choice to make. And my choice is to read super chats. Shout out to Zero Wiz with a vibe. Yo, we have the same Matrix Online story. Picked it up randomly, rush home and install. PC cried for mercy and I quit in defeat. So sad. Bro, so I picked up Matrix Online randomly. Super fucking randomly, bro. Like it's not even close. Super randomly. I picked it up and it's been so many years. I don't remember where from. I want to say maybe Walmart, but I don't remember. I picked it up, bro. My laptop, the old school like Toshiba. Oh my God, bro. My Toshiba laptop from way back in the day was getting felted. It was not even funny. I booted up that fucking Matrix game, bro. And that shit was like, oh, turn it off. I logged in. I zoned into the first like city or whatever. And I saw all the NPCs running in like 2 FPS. They were running in 2 FPS. They were just like, 1 second it was on the screen. The next second, gone. I was like, damn. That sucks. It's crazy. It was literally crying. So bad. Let's go over to Rumble. I think we no, I caught up on Rumble. My bad. Magdi on Rumble says I was in the top 20 for 2 vs 2 as a prop paladin. Fuck prop paladins, okay? Fuck prop paladins. In Wrath of the Lich King, when was my best PvP expansion? I want to say, I mean, obviously I went for Grand Marshal when honor farming was a thing. That was truly no lifing. But like when Aritas became a thing, I guess Wrath of the Lich King was the best expansion that I had. I want to say we hit, I have the achievement. I think we hit like 27 something in 3v3. It was like 27-20 or something like that. In 3 versus 3, something fucking retarded. It was insane for our server. And then we did it with such a not maximum combination, which was, it was Resto Druid, Warrior, and Enhancement Shaman, which was me. I was the Enhancement Shaman. I was the one who was in charge of making sure I interrupted properly, purged everything at the right moment, and fucked everything up. But in any case, yeah, so Resto Druid, Warrior, Enhancement Shaman. That was the threes combination. We hit 27 something. And then in 2v2, I think the best I ever got was like 2200. But that's because Enhancement Shaman was fucking garbage in 2v2. Like I was highly mobile, but aside from that, you know, there were certain combinations I could not beat. I don't remember what they were, but I think one of them was probably Paladin. But it was such a motherfucker. And then 5v5, I think we were like 2400 or something like that. So we went crazy in PvP in Wrath of the Lich King. It was not even close. Shamans were a joke as a hunter. So fun fact, I used to destroy hunters. in 1v1 and everything. But that's because I was just really fast. Like I really don't know how. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I always played with an MMO RPG mouse. I always had the mouse that had 12 buttons on the side. I had everything key bounded. I was very fast. Very fast. Wrath of the Lich King was peak. It absolutely was. All right. We're caught up everywhere. Let's get into the waifu battle. If you guys are a little gay, well, then I understand. You ain't trying to toot, but you tooting. I mean, I'm tooting a little bit. I could definitely talk my shit when it comes to World of Warcraft, especially in PvP. I could definitely talk my shit for sure. And like with PvE, I can talk up to Wrath of the Lich King, and then after that, well, forget about it because I didn't really play the game that much after that. But up until that point, it was no life in all day long, baby. All day long. Toot Hypno Warrior. I wasn't a warrior. I was not a warrior. I was an enhancement shaman. That was a very hard class to play. Enhancement shaman was extremely difficult to play. It wasn't like the most amazing class in the world. You had to know what you were doing. We just got a gifted game from Xavier. Let me showcase it really quick. We got a gifted game from Xavier. Shout out to Xavier. He didn't say anything. Xavier gifted Rabbit and Steel. Co-op action roguelike. Bro, we are getting so many. We're getting so many roguelikes. It's crazy. I played TMNT Splintered Fate, and all of a sudden I'm getting roguelites like crazy. Shout out to Xavier. Thank you so much. Recreates the essence of a high-level MMORPG. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. High-level MMORPG rating in a randomized, simplified bunny-sized package. That sounds cool. You got my interest piqued with that. Thank you so much, Xavier. I appreciate that. The MMO talk is probably what was encouraging that. Oh, shit, that game is sick. Is it really? I got to look into that. That sounds fun. Exactly. Back when totem placement was big. Exactly, bro. What was the name of the totem? The air totem that would absorb a major spell? Bro, if you time that so good, you can any nuking style build, you can time it so that it absorbs the presence of mind, pyroblast or whatever. And then the best part is that if you timed it really well, you could absorb more than one spell because the totem would not go away until they physically remove the spell. So another spell could be drawn in as well if you timed it at the right time. The wind totem. Yeah. It was so good. So good. Our cuz says, I see where your gaming stubbornness comes from. I refuse to use this and that. No, I won't upgrade. I'll beat it. That's how I am now. Yeah, that's how I am, man. Captain Killer Guns with a 5. I used to go ham on Final Fantasy 14 and made a warrior in the image of my former wife. She died a few years ago, and that last year I tried playing it again and couldn't. Oh, I'm sorry, man. God damn. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. That fucking sucks, man. Well, life is a motherfucker, let me tell you. Shout out to Captain Killer Guns. Appreciate you, man. Sorry to hear that, bro. Thank you for the 5. Shit. That sucks, bro. Let's get into the waifu battle. I feel bad going into the waifu battle. Let's get into the waifu battle, boys. Let's end this stream on a good note. Have some fun. Do what we got to do. Let's go. All right, boys, it's the waifu battle. Now, if you guys missed the last couple of waifu battles, we had a little bit of a change in championship because the wonderful and the beautiful Helena from Dead or Alive was the one that snagged the waifu battle belt, boys. She snagged it. She snagged it. Now, with that being said, we have an interesting challenger that's going to go up against her today. So let's go over the rules. And I swear to God, if GDR is not here, everybody should make fun of him. Like, sincerely, everybody should make fun of him. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count to the particular waifu. But the only way that it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is the one and only Helena, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on the screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. And the last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We don't understand the rules. And I swear to God, GDR is going to be at work again. That's going to be his excuse. Blah, blah, blah. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out the challenger that's going to go up against Helena. This one should be pretty interesting. I'm curious to see if whether or not she could win. And she's just as stacked. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The challenger that is going to go up against Helena is going to be none other than the one and the only Fern from Freerin. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Fern or is it going to be Helena? Let's find out, boys. Fern was an eventuality. Yeah, I mean, she was. She was an eventuality. She was. She was. And she's one of the heroes that, well, you guys know the story anyway. I don't want to spoil it, but she's the one that's been around age-wise for like the longest, one of the longest. That doesn't look like Clippy Waifu. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Fern versus Helena. You got two massively stacked mommies. Two massively stacked mommies. Ironically, I think they're around the same canonical age. I think they're like low 20s or something like that. Final twin with a $20 banger starting us off with all exclamation, by the way. And he says Fern at the top of his lungs. Virtually, of course. Virtually, of course. Shout out to Final Twin starting us off for the challenger. $20. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. And Fern is powerful as fuck. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I challenge with the whole Dead or Alive volleyball team. Bro, you better find them. You better find them. You better find them. Setsuda says, lol, I am timed out for making super chats still. What? Seriously? YouTube's weird. Xavier with a $5 banger says Fern. All right. Damn, don't tell me this is going to be a washout today, bro. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ali Kusanagi with a 10 says Fern. Just so you know, I just bought your coffee mug. Oh, no. Oh, no. Setsuda says, I am getting errors. That's not good. Oh, it might be what you're saying. It might be what you're saying. Change up what you're saying. Beautiful Zexa with a 5 saying Fern for the win. Damn, even Draconic for a 2 on Rumble is voting for Fern. This is... Are we going to see Helena get felted so bad that she gets banned from the waifu battle for all eternity? Oh, no. Ron DFK with a 2 saying Fern. Shout out to Ron DFK, man. God damn. What is going on? What is going on? This is not looking good. We need a big hitter for Helena. Is there nobody that loves their Dead or Alive girls? Is there nobody alive? Trying to send $1, still nothing? Oh, that's not good. Gotta love YouTube censorship, man. Blackguard with a $20 banger says Fern. She knows how to work a staff. What? Bro, this is bad. This is bad. This level of felting is bad. Ali Kusanagi with a 2 saying Fern. Correct spelling. There you go. BioT19 with a 10 saying Helena so she could come back another day. Look at BioT saving Helena from complete and utter destruction. Shout out to BioT for making it happen. All right, boys, listen. Maybe this picture can change your mind. Maybe this picture can bring some life to Helena fans. It is time to bring out the champion, who is none other than Helena, ladies and gentlemen, all American. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Helena or is it going to be Fern. Dark Obsidian with a 1999 banger says Fern. Damn, man. This is crazy. Mrs. Banger's Coffee with a 189 says Fern. I don't need that. I don't need that. God damn. From the dollar menu. Oh my God, bro. Final Twin with a $20 banger says Fern. You know, shocker. Another Fear and Waifu comes out and GDR's nowhere to be found. God damn it. God damn it. Final Twin, $20, man. Shit. Twisted Master with a 2. Helena, pity vote, LOL. Come on, Twisted Master. Help her out, man. This is the time. This is the time for an ultimate troll. Everybody's guard is down. Their guard is down. Old Man Cad with a 5. Helena, sympathy vote because boobs. Come on, Old Man Cad. Come on. Anti-Federalist Pain with a 10 on Rumble. There we go for Helena. Because I don't want her banned. I love Dead or Alive. Let's go. All right, now it's starting to add up a little bit, but unfortunately, Fern is pretty far ahead right now. Pretty far ahead. This is going to be a little difficult. But I've seen bigger comebacks, so anything is possible. Girthy Banana with a 5. Helena, Banana's a veiny variety like her. Bro, veiny variety. I didn't even realize that the banana had veins on it in the picture. Oh my God. He has fucking veins on the banana. Why is the monkey there? Oh, never mind. I know the answer. Never mind. I know exactly why. I know exactly why. I asked that question and immediately was able to answer without even... Whoops. Whoopsie. That's crazy, bro. Why is the monkey there? I can still buy things from other sites, but YouTube is being YouTube. I'm sorry, Setsuda. I'm sorry, Setsuda. I don't know why we're being censored on Super Chats, but I'm sorry. Damn, man. Are we really going to let Helena get felted like this? Look how amazing she looks. What are we doing? What are we doing? Damn, man. Michael Jackson is the banana? Oh, no. Oh, no. YouTube's on drugs sometimes? Sure is. Sure is. BioT Wolf says, are some people feeling safe? He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. If people wanted to troll, they would have did it already. They would have did it already. Smash is doing a Smash cast right now. Oh, well, that's it. That's it for him. All right, boys, it's time for the final countdown. Who is going to win? We got a massive lead right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And as expected, ladies and gentlemen, the last super chat that is going to count is Final Twin with a $50 mega banger. Says Fern for the Fearin' fans. God damn, boys. Helena got absolutely fucking caught.
走り出そう鳥に金さくだと吹くのから揺れのから明日は絶対もっとシャイニー自分次第深めに合い今すぐスタートボタンを押してみよう私はこんなんじゃないはず
All right, mods, let's count it up. Feed the ducks. Feed the ducks. BioT1 with a 5 did not get paid yet, so here is a joke. This son of a bitch. I found a wooden shoe in my toilet today. It was clogged. The numbers are in already. That's how you know this was a massive felting of epic proportions. Oh my god. And then GDR is going to come back after Fern loses her belt, and he's going to be like, why didn't you put a Frieren waifu in the waifu battle? I don't understand. I don't get it. I was working. We got TJab Steve saying that Fern is at $153.82 versus the one and only Helena at $34 flat, which means the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only from Frieren, Fern, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing. This is insane, Girthy Banana for the 5. Heard bananas go great with Hypno Coffee. A girthy treat, bro. And I'm sure there are some people coping and seething, but it's probably like one person.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Fern is going to go backstage and she will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. Taurik with a $20 says, hail, bigots. How late am I? Fucking goddamn it. 10 to both waifus because damn it, I missed it. Sorry, man. Pretty damn late, but you know what? You made up for it. You made up for it. Shout out to
My
you.
hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. And I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Thank you, Taurik. Appreciate you, brother. All right. I think we are fully caught up everywhere. Thank you guys so much for the insane support today. It was so much fun hanging out with all of you on another stream. Join me tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, obviously, for Hypnocast, and then 5 p.m. obviously for Griffcast, where we are still playing Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, having a lot of fun with that. We beat 2 bosses today. We got more we got to do, obviously. So join us for that. It's been a fun ride. Thank you guys so much for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, and all that. I appreciate you. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well. But I am out. I am done. I am gone. And I will see you guys on the next one. And stay to the end for the raid. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, John. Put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! 'Cause that's all we fucking know! 'Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.